I feel like I have the sudden urge to make this video. Hello, and welcome back to the Jen Show. This isn't going to be a art-related video. I know that in my past videos, my monthly updates, I had said that I was going to make this channel dedicated to strictly just art related videos, like my updates, some art, me painting with me, and art history, to which I'm still working on the art history. The second episode. It's taking a lot longer to do than I anticipated, but I also love to read. I keep seeing videos of booktube and books related TikToks, and I wanted to participate, and I don't know how people feel about it, but I don't know. I just know that I have an urge to do a video today. So we're going to do a video today, and it's basically going to be a video of what I had read in the month of May. In the month of May, I have read apparently 6 books. I thought I had read more, but then going over what I read last month, I realized that I had read like thicker books in the month of May. I mean, it does make sense that I've only read 6 books last month because I've only read 32 books so far this year. I'm currently working on a couple of books to finish. I am 13 books behind on reading because I think there was like a little bit in between books that I was like, I don't feel like reading right now, and now I am behind in reading like 13 fucking books. Whatever. I will catch up soon. I don't necessarily have a rating skill or a way to rate each book, but I do have favorites that I have read last month. And if you guys do enjoy this book video, please like and comment down below. So I guess we will get started on that. I'm just gonna screen record Goodreads. That way you can follow along and see the books that I have read. Just give me 1 second. Alright. In my reading challenge for this year, I have a goal of reading 104 books. Considering there's 52 weeks in a year, that is on average 2 books a week. I am 13 books as of today, the 9th of June. I am 13 books behind. Okay, so we will start off. The first book that I had finished in the month of May was Salem's Lot by Stephen King, and I do have to say, no matter what it is, Stephen King is a fantastic author. I love his work. I read, as you can see, I kind of read 2 books so far that I have read this year from Stephen King, and I do have another Stephen King book in my I listen and read quite a bit on an app called Libby. It's just a library app that I can borrow books from the public library through this app, and it's great. While I mostly like the app because I walk a lot with Bellatrix, and I walk now that I don't really have a car. And when I did have a car before it broke down, I would just like listen to the audiobook throughout my day and go about that. And that's how I would listen to a shit ton of books. And that is how I ended up 13 books behind, because in the time that my car broke down, I didn't listen to a lot or read quite a bit in that time, in the transition of my car breaking down and getting steadily into walking to work and walking everywhere now. But I am catching up slowly. I think, I don't know, I'm still fucking reading, so that's all that matters. But anyways, I would honestly have to rate this book probably one of my favorites this month. I only read 6 books. The books that I have read, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna count Neon Gods in these. So I read 7. I'm gonna go with 7, 6.5, because I started this book in May, and it just so happened that I finished this book the morning of June 1st. So I'm counting it, but you cannot let me have it, but I'm going to take it. So I read 6.5 books in the month of May. Neon Gods was one of my least favorite of the 6, 7 books that I have read, because I think part of it is that it wasn't really my top favorite or top anything. It was like one of those like, the storyline is actually pretty good. There's nothing wrong with storyline. I love the storyline, but I read on what do you call it? Webtoon. The on Webtoon there is a story called Olympus. I think that's what it's called. And they have like Hades and Zeus and what's the flower girl's name? Oh my god, I can't think at the moment. Oh my god. Anyways, that storyline is a little different, and then sometimes I have a thing of where I love a storyline of one author, like in Webtoon, where they will take all these characters and gods and write them one way, and then another author would take the same characters and completely change the plot and the storyline, and I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about this. That is what I feel like in Neon Gods, where I don't know how I feel just yet. I have read the first one. I think there's a few books to this series. There is a Red Queen is another series that I'm currently reading right now, and oh my god, Red Queen. That is like another series I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about that. I think mostly because I just read in April, I had read Fourth Wing and Iron Flame, the new Obsessed book series that everybody is waiting for, and I can't wait till Onyx Storm comes out in January, and it's June, and I still have to wait 6 fucking months for the third book to come out. Like, fuck, that is so long. But anyways, back to Red Queen. I feel like there's a lot. It's I don't know how I feel about that. It's like Neon Gods, but like I enjoyed Neon Gods, but with Red Queen, it has to be on the bottom of the totem pole. The writing is good, but the only thing is it reminds me too much of it reminds me too much of Fourth Wing. And I read the first one and I was like, oh my god, the only thing missing out of the story is fucking dragons, and a dragon shows up. I find it too similar to Fourth Wing, and just like it kind of feels like the characters are just changed. I don't, maybe that's just my point of view and I am too picky, but like, I don't know. But as you can see, I had read like another book in the same series, and I'm listening to the second book because it is a good series, but I find it too similar to Fourth Wing. Now I'm probably gonna like get canceled, and not that I'm that popular anyways to be canceled, and this video is probably never going to be seen by more than like 12 people, but I find that this is, yeah. So another book that I had read that I love, maybe I'm being biased, is by Michelle Obama. I love Michelle Obama's writing. I love her books. She is up there in my I loved books in the month of May. I read The Light We Carry, Overcoming in Uncertain Times. I love the point of view of Michelle Obama and her life. I have read pretty fucking much all of her books, and I've also read a lot of her husband Barack Obama's books as well. And they're both fantastic writers, especially Michelle Obama. I love just reading all of her books and see where she came from, and reading how she got to where she is today. And yeah, I just love all of her books. I am addicted to a series called Heartstopper. Oh my god, Heartstopper. And see, this is so hard to rate books and to tell you which is my favorite. I had stumbled across this series, Heartstopper, I think in April, and I am so disappointed that the Libby app that I read quite a bit on, this is a manga comic book kind of thing, read, and I was so upset that the fourth graphic novel, was not available, so I had to skip over number 4. The fifth one I had read in the month of June, but that is my new addictive manga book, is Heartstopper, and I would give you 10 out of 10 to fucking read it. The Queen's Gambit is fantastic, and I don't know if you watched the Netflix special. I think there was only one season, and it was great, about this girl who is an orphan, and both her parents have passed away, and she went to an orphanage, and the janitor I mean, I'm not really spoiling it because it was a big thing back in 2020, all over Netflix and all over TikTok. So spoiler alert. I should probably put this in the beginning of this video on how much of a spoiler alert this entire fucking video it probably is if you haven't read or going to read any of these books. But the Queen's Gambit, pretty much this orphan sees Beth, sees that the janitor is playing chess, wants to play chess. She learns how to play chess from the age of 8 years old, and she's fantastic. And she makes something out of herself through the game of chess. And at the end, she makes it to the champion and wins, and she has a few ups and downs and learns from her mistakes, and it's great. Apparently, this book was written in 1983. Apparently, it was published in 1983, and then it became a Netflix special in 2020. 2021? I don't know. In the Netflix special, they did pretty good considering that the book came out first. Did pretty good on following. Usually they leave parts out in TV shows and movies, but they did actually pretty good on following the storyline, and it made it that much better, that much more addictive to. I watched the TV show first before I had read the book, and I would say 10 out of 10. Totally would read fucking again. Cruel Crown is the opener book of the Red Queen, and there isn't really much to say about that because I kind of already gave my input in on the Red Queen. I'm one of those I will start a series and now I have to finish the series kind of person. But if you guys had enjoyed this video, please subscribe, and put a comment down below of your favorite book, and I might just add it to my TBR book, or I just might go straight to reading it. I love when I can scroll through Goodreads or scroll through TikTok and I see a book that somebody else had actually enjoyed reading, and I'm like, I need to read the book right fucking now. I want to read what you read. I like reading what you like reading. I'm when it comes to books, I try to be very open-minded. I like to stick to the same books, the same things over and over again. I just added Fourth Wing to my series to reread over and over again. I have literally read Harry Potter so many times. I've also read Aragon so many fucking times. And now I'm adding Fourth Wing to that, and I'm the reason why I like the Libby app and digital, even though I try to live a minimalistic lifestyle. Not so if you see how many books I have between my Kindle app, my Kobo app, and how many? Yes, and how many books, how many stories I have on the go in Webtoon. But so physical books, I have moved so many times in the last 3 years. In 18 months, I have moved a total of 3 times. Books are heavy and strong. Not strong. Oh my fucking god. They are so heavy that I now only keep books that bring me joy and make me happy. And I had read them on the Libby app. I read the digital copy, and now I really want to go out and get the hard copy and add them to my bookshelf behind me. The other series that is so addictive to me is the Anne Green Gables, to which I will have to reread at some point this summer if I ever catch up in my Libby app and finish my started books before I can go back to rereading other books. But yeah, so I do. Okay, so before you guys go, I do have a Patreon account, and so I do have 3 tiers. One is for art because I am wanting to be a full-time artist. I'm wanting to be a full-time artist. I love writing, and I do have a writing account through Vocal Media. So I do try and post my writing inside my Patreon account, which is, I think there's only like 1 or 2 posts in there. And because I do love reading and I love book clubs, I do have a Patreon. So there's 3 tiers, one for art, one for writing, and one for book club. If you want to stay on top of what I am reading in a month or want to join me in a book club, please subscribe to my Patreon and join the tier. All of my tiers are, I think, at like $5, which is not a lot. It allows me to be able to have the time to do book club, art, and put this video up every month. Don't forget, I do have a Spicy Time page. Check out my Instagram. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and leave a comment down below. But otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Bye!